We are honored to have two distinguished speakers with us today, Mr. Snehal Desai and Mr. S.S. Mundra, who will share their valuable insights and expertise. So without further ado, let's delve into an enriching session filled with knowledge and inspiration. Requesting the session chair, Mr. Praveen Agrawal, Managing Director, Polyraj Pipes, to escort our honorable speakers, Mr. Snehal Desai and Mr. S.S. Mundra, to the dais. I extend a heartfelt welcome to Mr. Snehal Desai, a multifaceted personality, a CEO, entrepreneur, guitarist, and the visionary founder of Institute of Human Age. I'm requesting Mr. Anil Joshi, Director from Vishal Fab, to please do the honors and formally welcome Mr. Snehal Desai. Thank you, Mr. Joshi. Now let's extend our warmest welcome to Mr. S.S. Mundra, a luminary with vast experience in banking, equities, and securities. I'm requesting Mr. Ashish Maheshwari from Blue Ocean, Mumbai, to kindly do the honors and welcome Mr. S.S. Mundra. While talking to him, I came to know that he is born in Harda and he in fact graduated from Harda. So I'm sure coming to Indore must be a very good experience for him. Thank you, Mr. Maheshwari. Our second speaker of this session, Mr. S.S. Mundra, is a luminary in finance matters. Let's illuminate our understanding with a audiovisual glimpse into Mr. Mundra's remarkable journey. AV team, over to you.
Mr. S.S. Mundra. In a banking career spanning over 4 decades, Mr. Mundra has held several important positions in banking industry, including Chairman and Managing Director of Bank of Baroda and Executive Director of Union Bank of India. Mr. Mundra retired as Deputy Governor of Reserve Bank of India on 30th July 2017 after completing a stint of 3 years. At RBI, he also served as RBI's nominee on the Financial Stability Board, G20 Forum, and its various committees, and was the Vice Chair of OECD's International Network on Financial Education. Presently, Mr. Mundra is serving on the board of several companies such as DSP Asset Managers Private Limited, Airtel Payments Bank Limited, Ayana Renewable Power Private Limited, Havells India Limited, and Yashraj Biotechnology Limited as Independent Director and the Non-Executive Chairman on the board of Indiabulls Housing Finance Limited. He is also on of Global Risk Advisory Committee of PayU Global Netherlands, India, and Acquisition Committee of CFM Asset Reconstruction Private Limited, and on the Government Board of IMT Ghaziabad. Amity University has conferred the degree of Doctor of Philosophy honoris causa in recognition of his services in the field of banking and related areas. Mr. Mundra has been a regular presence as a speaker on various forums. He has delivered on more than 100 speeches and presentations on diverse issues, with banking on financial inclusion and literacy, MSME financing, audit, fraud risk management, cyber security, consumer protection, human resource management at both domestic and international forums. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Mr. S.S. Mundra.
Thank you, A-Team. Most humbly, I'm requesting Mr. Mundra for your session on navigating in fast-changing landscape.
Good afternoon. When I was climbing the podium, I had two challenges in mind. And that is why I first would like to profusely thank Snehil because he has solved both of my challenges and both of my problems. My first challenge was how to keep this audience awake in post-lunch session. So that has already been taken care of. I need not worry. My second challenge was I started my day today very early at 3 a.m. because I was at some other destination. I had to take a cross flight to reach Indore, so it was very early day. So the second challenge was how to keep myself awake, not only the audience. But then Snehil again has given so much to think about that I have already lost my sleep. And I am sure that many of you must have also lost your sleep from the very hard-hitting but very bare fact of life which he has spoken. So thank you once again. Now after whatever you heard, I think what we are going to talk about and all would look like very mundane things of life. Because when you are think about the higher things in life, this day-to-day business, what are the challenges, may appear to be very mundane. But anyway, this is a commitment. I have been committed to speak here, so I would certainly speak. But what I recollect, कि मैं इसी प्लेटफॉर्म पे, इसी फोरम में एक बार पहले भी आया था. I think if my memory is serving me right, that was 10 years back, in the year 2014. यही IMA के प्लेटफॉर्म पे. और तब से नर्मदा में बहुत पानी बह गया है. बहुत सारे चेंजेस हो गए हैं. लैंडस्केप हैज कम्प्लीटली चेंज. एंड दैट इज़ व्हाई आई थॉट लेट अस स्पीक टू टॉक अबाउट दिस चेंजेस एंड वाई. क्यों चेंजेस की बात क्यों करना है? क्योंकि इट इज़ वेरी वेरी इम्पॉर्टेंट कि ये चेंजेस क्या हैं, उनका इम्प्लीकेशन हमारे ऊपर क्या है. एंड रादर देन मैं उसको कोई एक्सप्लेन करूं, आई थिंक द बेस्ट वर्ड विच आई कैन पुट द चेंजेस का क्यों है और उसका क्या मतलब हो सकता है, तो इन द इनइमिटेबल स्टाइल ऑफ जैक वेल्च, व्हाट ही सेड in a very simple two line but very meaningful. Jake Welch said that if rate of changes at the outside, listen carefully, if the rate of changes outside exceed the rate of changes inside, then end is near. And obviously, no one wants to reach the end. That is why it is very important to understand that what are these changes. Now, the theme of conference is quite a heavyweight theme, shaping the future of India. That is the theme of the conference. My simple belief is that if we can shape our own way of working, no one can shape future. We can't shape our own future also. But at least if we make an honest attempt, try to shape our future, as an organization, as an institution, as an individual, and then collectively shape of the country would of course be decided. So it's important to ultimately what is the country? Country is represented by the institutions, industry, trade, business, professionals, individuals. And I think this is what this audience is. So that is why it is important that we understand that what are the changes are there, what challenges those changes are bringing, and how we should shape ourselves. So let me start with something. As I said, 2014. See, just try to understand what are the changes. 2014, when I was speaking at this very forum, what were the things which were not there? If I just try to run a kind of snapshot, there was no IBC, there was no GST, there was no PayU, sorry, not PayU, but there was no UPI, there was no QR code, there was no FASTag, there was no cryptocurrency, there was no 5G, we were not knowing much about the artificial intelligence, and of course there was no faceless assessment. So these were the things which were not there 10 years back. So, and this is just in a decade. Just in a decade, so many things have changed. And changes are not stopping. The changes are even at the much faster pace today than what it used to be. Now, also very interestingly, where the changes are happening. Again, we have a certain notion that changes are happening in the big cities or in certain important sector. Very recently, I concluded my term as the chairman of Bombay Stock Exchange Limited after completing for a long period of 6 years. So I came across some very interesting data and which I would like to share because again, they relate to change. In August 2023, BSE had 13.8 crore investors, individual investors listed. And this figure in March 20 was 5 crore. It means from March 20 to August 23, in a period of 3.5 years, the number of investors have increased from 5 crore to 13.8 crore. That is one point. It means 176% increase during this period. And understand that from 2008 to 2020, the total increase was 20% in this investor base. So 20% in 12 years and 176% in 3 years. This is the rate of change. But more interestingly, if you look at the new investors which has come from 13.8 to 5, 8.8 crore new investors. If you try to do the age group breakup, 14% of these investors were below 20 years of age. 22% were in the age group of 20 to 30. 47% were in the age group of 30 to 40. Put it together, 83% of this new 8.8 crore were all below the age of 40. This is the change which has come. But it doesn't end here. Again, you try to do the geographical breakup. Where from these 8.8 crore investors are coming? From this 8.8 crore, only 2.5 crore investors had come from the top 30 cities of the country. And remaining 6.3 crore were from the rural and urban area. Why I am telling all this? What is the relevance? Because when you are all, whether you are in the industry, if you are in the business, if you are in the profession, if you don't know what is happening, where the activities are coming, where the new activity is getting generated, where is your new client base, then I think there can't be any strategy. But this is the kind of breakup which is happening in the country. Now, two messages are very clear from this. Number one, and for that I think I would like to tell a story which many of you might have already heard, but it's not a story actually, it's a real life incident. In 19th century, scientists did one experiment. And the experiment was, they put a frog in a pan of boiling water. कढ़ाई में उबलते हुए पानी में एक मेंढक को डाला. मेंढक तुरंत उछल के बाहर आ गया. तो एक ये. दूसरा एक्सपेरिमेंट ये किया कि फ्रॉग को ही वॉज पुट इन ए कोल्ड वाटर, ठंडे पानी में रखा और टेम्परेचर को बहुत धीरे 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 बढ़ाया. फ्रॉग को पता नहीं चला. यानी सो मच सो दैट वाटर रीच टू द बॉइलिंग पॉइंट और मेंढक उसमें उबल गया. फ्रॉग डाइड इन दैट. This is very true about the change. So change is imperative. Change is happening in an indirect way. But if we don't realize it, then go back to the quotation of Jack Welch, which I said in the beginning, that if rate of change outside is exceeding the rate of change inside, then end is near. So that is point one. And point two, in any business, in any profession, I think technology today is imperative. So digital and data, this becomes very, very important. Now, again, I think you will be like to know, again in 10 years, what has happened on the front of digital or technology data. Now, what are the statistics today? Today, in the country, we have 88 crore internet users. We have 114 crores mobile phone owners. 65 crores of them are having a smartphone. You have 136 crore enrollment under Aadhaar, 30 crores user of UPI, almost 4 crores users of mutual fund. These are a lot of statistics. But again the distribution. If you look at the Economic Times of as recently as 28th February, there was an interesting information available. Out of 88 internet users in this country, 50%, 44 crores are coming from the rural areas. Again, it is validating the theory what I was mentioning about the Bombay Stock Exchange figure and this figure. So geographical spread, the change in the activity area is quite widespread and it is quite prominent. And that is why India is again, technology, the kind of digital asset which India has created. As we all know, whether it is Aadhaar, whether it is India Stack, whether it is UPI, whether it is DigiLocker, or even today we are talking about ONDC. These are all digital assets. So, creation of digital assets in the country, penetration of digital equipment and digital user, combined with all the other changes which are mentioning, I think is a very challenge, but at the same time it is an opportunity. But anyway, I think quite serious thought has happened. बहुत सारे statistics हो गए और organizer सोचते होंगे कि conference theme का क्या होगा. We are not talking about the conference theme, but I am sure 2 दिन से conference चल रही है, बहुत सारे eminent speakers आके बोले हैं. तो जो मैक्रो इंडिया की स्टोरी है, उस मैक्रो स्टोरी के लिए टू शेप दी फ्यूचर ऑफ इंडिया, ग्लोबल एस्पिरेशन, काफ़ी सब बातें हो गई होंगी. और वही बातें अगर मैं फिर करूँगा तो दिस विल बी ए लॉट ऑफ रिपीटेशन. एक संस्कृत में बड़ा अच्छा एक सूक्ति है, सुभाषित है संस्कृत में. उसको यूँ कहा जाता है कि अनायका विनश्यन्ति नश्यन्ति बहुनायका. इसका मतलब ये होता है कि अगर जहाँ कोई लीडर नहीं हो, एक कोई आदमी लीड नहीं ले, तो वहाँ विनाश, वहाँ कुछ क्लैरिटी नहीं होती. और ऐसे ही अगर बहुत लोग निर्देश देने लगें, नश्यन्ति बहुनायका, तो वहाँ भी फिर उसी तरह की हालत ख़राब होती है. तो मैं समझ रहा हूँ 2 दिन में बहुत सारे लीडर्स यहाँ आए हैं, बहुत सारे निर्देश आपको मिल चुके होंगे और उन निर्देशों को और बढ़ाने से कोई अर्थ नहीं है. लेकिन एक बात ज़रूर होती है कि क्योंकि आप कंट्री और कंट्री की इकोनॉमी की बात कर रहे हैं तो बड़े बड़े इश्यूज़ होते हैं. लेकिन समस्या यह है कि जब बड़े बड़े इशू होते हैं, बहुत सारी बड़ी बातें बताई जाती हैं, तो सुबह सुनी शाम को याद नहीं रहती, कल सुनी तो अभी याद नहीं रहती. तो मुझे पता नहीं इतनी सारी जो मैक्रो थीम हुई है उसमें से कितनी याद हैं. तो मैंने सोचा क्यों नहीं एक एक्रोनिम क्रिएट करें. अगर आप एक एक्रोनिम क्रिएट करके और उसको उसके साथ जोड़ो तो कहीं दिमाग में बात बैठ जाती है. तो ऑन ए लिटिल सीरियस नोट, टू माय माइंड देयर आर 8 मेजर थीम्स which are going to decide the shape of things to come for India. और उसके लिए जो मैंने मैक्रोनिम क्रिएट किया है, दैट इज ड्राइव बिग. नाउ ड्राइव बिग इटसेल्फ इज आल्सो रिलेवेंट बिकॉज अगर 2047 में हमारी अगर एम्बिशन है कि 60 करोड़ न्यू एम्प्लॉयमेंट क्रिएट किए जाएं, हर पर कैपिटा इनकम जो है वो $12,000 हो जाए, and India can become a $19 trillion economy, then naturally you have to drive big. You have to take a big drive. But here this is a little different. So we don't have time, and I don't want to exceed the time given to me by too much of a margin. But let us pick up each letter of this drive big. And to my mind, those are the 8 big themes which are going to shape the future. So D stands for digital transformation. That is the D. R is from reforms, reforms of all kind. I is for infrastructure creation. We all know what is happening. V is, to my mind, is for vocational training. And that is very, very important. If we are talking about the 60 crore job creation, we are talking about the manufacturing sector, then somewhere we have to break this fascination with the white-collar job in the country to provide employment of the people who are emerging from our system. So V is for vocational training. E is for, we all know, eco-friendly, because sustainable business, this is the buzzword for the day. B is for bilateral. Bilateral is a lot of trade agreements. You have to create that regional trade agreement. So that is the B. Then we come to I, and I is for innovation and research. Again, to my mind, if we have to really exploit the value chain which is available in the world, then innovation and research becomes very important. And finally, coming to G, and G is for growing together, which is nothing else but what Snell was also mentioning, that is the inclusive growth. Even when I came, the speaker before lunch was also talking about that. So G is for the inclusive growth. So these are the 8 themes to my mind, which will be deciding the shape and deciding the future. And drive big, if you remember it, I think you will remember those themes. But this audience is consisting of maybe industries, big, small, medium, businessmen, professional, traders, individuals. Probably the thing which will come in mind that these are all 8 themes which I have spoken about. This is for something governments to do. What we have to do with this? Why we should be worried about it? And here I would say, just take a pause. It's not that simple. Maybe all the 8 themes are not going to affect you, but if you start picking up each one of the theme and really think seriously about it, you will realize that at least 3 or 4 of them are going to impact you as a person or as in your profession. And that is the message I am trying to give you. But again, all wise men like us, we come here and give a lot of direction, give lot of gyan, but I think that all is not going to help. Ultimately, you have to think, you have to choose, you have to decide for yourself, not going by all this direction of all the wise men which we are giving you. And there I remember a Urdu couplet which is very, very relevant, that I got the notice, I was expecting it, that is I am just reaching to the conclusion. This couplet says, वो सूफी का कौल हो या पंडित का ज्ञान, वो सूफी का कौल हो या पंडित का ज्ञान, जितने बीती आप पर उतना ही सच मान. बिकॉज हम तो सब यहाँ के ज्ञान दे देंगे, बट अल्टीमेटली दैट इज व्हाट विल मीन. You also have to choose carefully कि समस्या क्या है वो अच्छी तरह समझना है, और समस्या का समाधान आप क्या करने वाले हैं. व्हाट आर द चैलेंजेस एंड व्हाट आर द सॉल्यूशन यू आर ट्राइंग टू फाइंड. Again, that has to be thought very carefully, very carefully. Otherwise, फिर जो दूसरी बात हो जाएगी, I think another very relevant couplet on that, कि जिंदगी भर गालिब यही गलती करते रहे, जिंदगी भर गालिब यही गलती करते रहे, धूल चेहरे पे थी और आईना साफ करते रहे. So don't do that. Don't do that. So anyway, I think I should also respect the time. What I am just trying to say that in today's time, and this is little philosophical also, you have to really decide for yourself that whatever you are doing for a want or you are doing for a purpose. Today's time is not that I want to sell something. You have to really say that what is the purpose, what you are trying to achieve through it. So want versus purpose, that becomes very, very important. And today people don't want mere product or services. They want solutions. So if you say I am selling some product or I am selling some services, that is not good enough. You have to provide them solution, and you have to provide what is good for the humanity in general and for this planet in general. So let me end with 4 good lines of late Dushyant Kumar, which is again very relevant, and I would like to conclude with that. And that should be the motto of all of us in our life, कि सिर्फ हंगामा खड़ा करना मेरा मकसद नहीं, सिर्फ हंगामा खड़ा करना मेरा मकसद नहीं, मेरी कोशिश है कि ये सूरत बदलनी चाहिए और मेरे सीने में नहीं तो तेरे सीने में सही, आग चाहे हो कहीं पर आग जलनी चाहिए. थैंक यू, धन्यवाद.
Thank you, Mr. Mundra, for an insightful and captivating session. Your deep knowledge and articulate expression have left an indelible mark. In fact, I think since morning we have today all the speakers who are probably talking from the heart only, and we are getting really, getting so much of insightful experiences from them. I am requesting our session chair, Mr. Praveen Agrawal, to summarize the session.
A very good afternoon, everyone. The theme of the conclave, Unlocking Global Potential, Shaping the Future of Bharat. The views presented by both the speakers have further strengthened our beliefs that Bharat's global potential, I am frankly short of words for Mr. Snehal Desai, who gave us such a beautiful talk. My biggest takeaways, I was listing down the takeaways, my pages are full. The biggest takeaway which I could take was be insane, be extreme, reimagine yourself, reimagine and recreate everything around you. Thank you, Mr. Desai. We are delighted by your talk and your presence. Mr. S.S. Mundra, he was listing down the things which did not exist 10 years back. And today, we cannot imagine our lives without them. Emphasized that a lot of these changes were brought about in the last 10 years. And incidentally, Mr. Mundra was appointed Deputy Governor of RBI 10 years back in July of 2014. We are confident, sir, you've had an important role to play and provide us so many solutions as you insisted towards the end. Thank you, sir. We are honored by your talk and presence.
Thank you, Mr. Agrawal, for encapsulating the key takeaways. To express our gratitude, I would like to present token of appreciation to our esteemed speakers. I now invite immediate past president and board member of IMA, Mr. Santosh Muchal, to present a memento to Mr. Snehal Desai, a symbol of our appreciation for your enlightening session. In fact, the speed at which he has spoken, it was a very high speed. I don't know how many actually could catch that speed. Thank you, Mr. Muchal. Next, I invite Mr. Sunil Niyati, Managing Director of Swastika Investmart, to present a memento to Mr. S.S. Mundra, acknowledging his invaluable contribution to our conclave. Thank you, Mr. Niyati. And now I am inviting Mr. Ashwin Palchikar for the next session.